Is popping y'all? It's man Cloudboy Bales. Welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports Weekly Wednesday predictions. Already to week 13, which this time is Thanksgiving week. No teams are on bye because, of course, we have enough. Obviously, we have enough games that can be played throughout the week. The last bye week is next week because obviously playoffs are going to start soon for fantasy football. So crazy enough to think about that, but we're already to that point of the season. So anyways, if you like what you see, subscribe below, comment with your thoughts, and let's get down to business. We have our triple header Thanksgiving Day slate games. As always, Detroit and Dallas will host a game as they do every year. It's tradition. So the first game, we have the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. It's obvious to say that Detroit's going to win this game, but the thing is, Chicago's been playing so much better as of lately. It's really one of those situations that you could really look at and say, honestly, Chicago could really knock it off. But I feel like it's going to be another one of those close games that comes down to the end, but I think Detroit is going to get the slight win. Again, I think Chicago's definitely getting a lot. They're really starting to play a lot better despite losing these games. Firing Shane Waldron, I think, what really was best for the team. I'm going to go with Detroit finally breaking the curse and winning on Thanksgiving. I think it's finally going to happen this year. This is the game that they really would do it here. But if Chicago won, I don't think anybody would be surprised knowing the Lions are still cursed on Thanksgiving. Next up, the New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, that's just a snooze fest. Folks, enjoy time with your family. There's no need to even watch this game. That's just bad. I don't know. Last year, I think that was the matchup too. Dallas destroyed New York. And now it's not even Dak Prescott and Daniel Jones anymore. Daniel Jones just signed with the Minnesota Vikings, and Dak Prescott's out for the year, so it's Tommy DeVito versus Cooper Rush. Honestly, don't even really care what happens at this point, but if I had to pick, I'm just going to say it's Dallas, because who even, I don't know. Next up, the Miami Dolphins taking on the Green Bay Packers. Last time these two teams faced was a couple years ago. The Green Bay knocked the crap out of Tua. Tua should have left the game, and he literally gave away the game because of the management. So I think this will be interesting. This is a good top tier matchup. Miami's been looking really hot as of lately, but Green Bay has been really getting through on wins. I feel like this will be a close game that always comes down to the end. But I'm just going to go with the home team on this one. I'm taking the Packers. This one's going to be close, but it's going to come down to the end. Green Bay's going to get the victory. Next up, Black Friday. They do obviously now a game on Black Friday. The matchup there will be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And at this point, I don't know how you can get so lucky that Kansas City is just coming through with wins after wins. They finally, had their first loss 2 weeks ago. They barely beat the Panthers. I mean, they barely beat Vegas the first time. This is home, but I don't really care. They just keep getting through with wins. I'm going to say Kansas City does win, but you never know. I mean, anything could happen at this point. You never know. All right, going on to Sunday. We got the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. I think the Chargers, they had a bad loss. They're going to kind of come through. The very following week, I think they're going to knock through Atlanta, and they're going to get the W here. Next up, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. I'm only taking Cincinnati because I just feel bad that they're losing when I know that Joe Burrow is playing so dang good, and the fact is that they're losing. It just makes no sense. I'm taking Cincinnati if they really want to maintain themselves and get themselves into the playoffs, which I feel like they are a playoff team. They deserve to get in, even though their record says otherwise. I got to take Cincinnati. I just feel bad. Next up, Arizona Cardinals at Minnesota Vikings. The signing of Daniel Jones, I feel like, is going to threaten Sam Darnold a little bit. I feel like, I'm not sure what I'm going to sit there and say, but even though I feel like Arizona's been better, they're not that good. Every team in the West is just a dogfight in each other. I think Minnesota's going to win. I feel like they've been kind of getting by on these close victories. I'm taking the Vikings. Next up, Indianapolis Colts at the New England Patriots. I'm taking the Patriots. I don't even know why I am. Normally most people would take the Colts here, but for some reason I'm just like, I just don't buy Anthony Richardson. I don't know why everyone's trying to hype him up. I'm taking the Patriots. Next up, Seattle Seahawks at New York Jets. At this point, why do you even try New York? You're a joke. I mean, everything about New York Jets this year has just turned into a joke. I don't really care what happens. If the Jets do win, who cares? I'm just going to go with Seattle. I don't know. I'm just not really buying the Jets anymore. Next up, Tennessee at Washington. Give me Tennessee. I don't even know why I'm saying this, but I think Washington's had a good start. They had their moment, but they're slowly starting to fall apart as a team. And I think, they're mad that they lost that game last week. Oh, wait, you know what? That game last week they really let go of. And you know what? Tennessee's a joke. Why am I even saying this? Yeah, I got to take Washington. Duh. Washington wins against Tennessee. I don't even know why I said that. Houston at Jacksonville. This is a game Houston should not drop. They dropped against Tennessee last week. I don't see them dropping a game against Mac Jones. That's just not happening. Houston should win that one for sure. Next up, Los Angeles Rams at New Orleans Saints. I think the Rams, they're just one of those teams that's in there, but I feel like the Saints will start to finally lose some more games. I think the Rams should win this one right here. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Carolina Panthers. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. I think right now they are the front runners to win the division right now. Even though despite their record, I think they really are a team that people should watch out for. Next up, Philadelphia Eagles at Baltimore Ravens. That is being to be called by Nance and Romo. Between the two, I feel like the better team is the Baltimore Ravens. It's a great matchup between Hurts and Jackson, but I feel like in the end, I think Jackson gets out of it. And then Sunday Night Football, San Francisco 49ers at Buffalo Bills. San Francisco really needs this win to keep their season alive because their division is right now so tough, and I feel like it's going to be, right now with where teams are, it's going to be tough for them to really get them even themselves in a wild card spot anyways. Right now their focus is the division. If they lose this game, this will be huge going into next week because it's going to be really difficult for me to sit there and say, San Francisco should get in the postseason. I just don't feel like they're going to right now. This has just been a bad season for them, all entirely. A team against Buffalo, I think, is just going to be too hard. So right now, I'm taking the Buffalo Bills. Next up, Cleveland Browns at Denver Broncos. I guess between the two, I'm just going to go with Denver because they've been playing a lot better as of recently compared to Cleveland. So if you like what you see, comment with your thoughts. And obviously, subscribe if you want more content. And most importantly, happy Thanksgiving to you all. Enjoy it with family and be thankful for the life that you got. So we will see you next time.